Safety squints.
Okay, so what is going on?
Mass chaos. Shop is filled. We got caged cars everywhere. But right now we're trying to get the Forester transmission back together because next weekend is Cars and Coffee, where we're bringing all of these cars to. So we got to get the diff in, the axles in, this transmission fixed and back in, and then the drive shaft because we went to R180 stuff. So hopefully we're going to get this back together tonight. And then we'll do the new rally cars transmission later. But we only had to replace fourth gear and the lock nuts, and that's it on this one. Oh, and the shifter arm. This is that billet piece we bought from IAG that we showed you on the last video. It's nice and pretty now. So that's already
fresh.
On. Yeah.
Shiny.
So that one shouldn't break again. You can see the difference in the material thickness where it broke off. So that's the only thing we had to replace. That and the fourth drive and driven gear, and then put it back together. But we fortunately have to take the whole thing apart.
So just to reiterate, no axles were broken in the making of.
Not this time.
Okay.
Broken axle on the rally car and on the Forester like last month, but no, or 2 months ago. But no axles were broken on this last version.
This has a cage. This is cool.
I know, it's so pretty. It's a basic cage. It's not nearly the amount of complicated bars that Acadia version 2 has, but this is like a good ARA, NASA, Canadian Rally Championship cage that the customer can use for any kind of North American championship. It's Docal R8, the exotic material that's lighter, but you'll notice the bars are thinner in the non-main hoops versus mine, which is 1.75 everywhere. We just did that for FIA spec, but this one is tamed down a little bit because this is a heavy girl, and we gotta try to keep it lightweight. Although we did do the straight uprights, we're doing this from now on because it doesn't hit. This is a stronger way to do it with this gusset, which we did on mine too, instead of having the kink, because that's less strong where it normally comes out. This is the way to go now.
Nice shifter. Same trains as.
It's an SCI trans, but it's newer, so it's actually not the perfect gear ratio. But for the customer who's just starting out, it'll be fine. Later, he could trade it for a 0405 with short gear ratio, but it'll be fine for now.
Oh boy. Yeah, there'd be no pop. Okay.
Well, like it fell and it's heavy.
Okay.
Thing's still warm. I heated it pretty good.
This is what 800 horsepower does to your Subaru transmission.
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
Yep. Yep. She's
Well,
what was that analogy, Jordan? What'd you say?
Pizza ain't got no slices left.
Yeah, she's
sliced out.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll fix it. All right. I think you're happy. Sweet. That's how I wake up in the mornings.
That press is pissing excellence.
Nothing a
Kiwi
20-ton
already on
press can't fix.
Kiwi's already on there?
Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah.
Wash your hands now.
say that we send the bill for this to Steve Coulson because he was driving?
Yes. Steve reminded us that he was driving when the transmission broke, so
Oof.
he'll be invoiced.
$700 an hour.
Good memory.
We gotta push that paragraph next. Might as well do a thin piece. It's not gonna be a lot of pressure. Like a thin piece of steel or a thin piece of Okay. Now you got your 55 millimeter nut.
It's a
Did we get a new one of those?
Yeah, it's on the table.
This is the new one? This is the old one.
No, it's in the back corner.
it's a big nut.
I always love to use this. Last time I used it, it blew my Harbor Freight ratchet apart.
So that this nut
Yeah.
holds it all together.
Well, it's all pressed together, so it doesn't necessarily hold it, but it does hold it. I mean, it kind of keeps it from being able to come off. It'll get staked too. So
Like 400 something foot-pounds or a couple Ugga-Duggas.
yeah, you're gonna hammer on that for a couple seconds and it'll be fun. You won't upset this nut. That's probably tight.
I missed it.
That's about 427 foot-pounds.
Can you do it again? Yeti distracted me.
We'll have you
Can't.
edit that
one
in.
time.
Oh, okay.
That's what it should look like when it's. We gotta stick it now.
So now you stake it. You gotta bend these little edges over,
Oh.
kind of like that. That's the old one.
Oh. Okay.
So now we got fourth gear, 800 horsepower carnage. Normally these are like that.
Now these gears we're putting on here are made of unobtainium. These are indestructible gears we just put on here.
Are we gonna test that?
We are.
AKA factory Subaru parts. Discounted online.
Oh my god.
That's a perfect steak. Seared to perfection.
Medium rare. Oh, not that one.
Oh, oh. That one needs a little bit more sauce.
Shit. One more. Phew.
All right, now we do the other side.
Staked.
Steak.
Then they go together like butter.
So
So we have a main shaft, and then we have first gear, second gear is made into the main shaft. Third gear, fourth gear are here. I've already swapped out fourth gear.
Yep.
So this will just get stacked. You wanna hold that?
And they go against the girth stack here.
Yeah. We got the drive and the driven shafts.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna drop this bearing on.
Okay.
So bearing. We got a third gear.
Oh God, no.
Then we've got a hub. Now this needs to be pressed on.
And this is seventh gear.
That's only if they're fast and furious.
Yeah.
We do a lot of shifts that way. Okay,
These things fell out.
that'll be okay. Well, yeah, we need to pull those.
painted marks on that thing?
Yeah, I can see. All right, so now we need to press this hub on. Okay.
Oh,
I think we kind of leave it this side, right? Yeah, probably a little higher.
that sounds like my truck.
Well, I got those aluminum pieces, a little favorable.
Where? Oh, Natalie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bud.
Then our custom press tool. I need an extension
The
or a socket.
Presser 9000.
This is the smasher. Cut yourself.
Hulk smash.
In the distance, noise of diesels.
Clacking away. This one you gotta jiggle it and talk nice to it when you push it in. You gotta go. Stop jiggling. That's it. That's it.
We have got to make this a little longer at the edges here. I'm so tired of that. Alright,
Slide her
that
up. Oh.
I actually probably gonna flip this so it grabs it the other way. I'll slide them in. That'll be fine. Just now we need a socket. Something to.
How many sockets do you stack before it's sketchy? The answer's one.
I was gonna say 3.
Oh god. That's something we're gonna move in
Of
there.
course, you get it in the box.
I know, that's it.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You gotta look.
Every morning. I feel
You,
better now.
you know what this reminds me of?
Whoa! What?
Those videos on the internet of the hydraulic press that have like tens of millions of views.
But it's just
Yeah,
me and
sure.
Jordan dropping these plates on each other the entire time.
Well, what people watch is the explosion, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say anymore.
Are you saying you want us to have an explosion?
No, it's just
Seems like that's where it was going.
the suspense is killing me.
Really, we do really well not to have explosions.
Let's continue that, please.
Fires? That's another thing. Explosions? I don't know.
Only in the exhaust.
Yeah. Doesn't have an up or down, right?
I gotta fix it along this fell apart.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That actually can go on first. That was my first mistake. Is that should have gone on.
Okay, the hole's where now?
So the hole is pointed at me. Go ahead and put that on.
Oh, nice one. Nice.
Can't put too much of this transmission stuff on there. Then people won't want to pay us to fix them.
What's What's that he's putting on right there?
Synchro.
So this is a synchronizer.
The gold thing?
Yeah, that's brass.
Okay.
So that's a standard one. And then we usually upgrade the customer ones to these carbon impregnated beauties. See the difference?
We aren't cool enough, so we don't put that on our own.
Yeah. That's poor spec because that's my transmission. The customer ones get these.
No, this is bare minimum. We only replaced the gear on this. We didn't want to spend any more money. We if it has a problem, we can take it back apart. But
This is minimal effort motorsport.
this is minimal effort.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Where did our
Minimal
press tool go? Oh, we made it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit, where's that gone?
What?
Where's that one go?
All right, you gotta give it a little squeeze. There you go. We should send one of these to the hydraulic press channel and see how much it takes to squeeze that main shaft until it busts into pieces.
That is a good job.
That's 20 tons. Yeah, he could measure.
We need thousands of tons.
Foot pounds.
How much does it take to smash the girth stack?
We'll probably find out.
120 boy out.
Yeah, bud, right here.
What?
All right, Remy, you're doing the next one.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Okay, now we gotta go down one. Hold it. Go down. Go down.
Just the tip.
Wait, minimal effort.
Yes.
Now that's a nice one. Alright, so note for next time the flange one is the second one.
Yeah. I knew that, but we did that once before too. So. It is what it is. All right, now we do a fifth gear, boy.
Dave's gonna watch us back and be like, "What the fuck?"
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Fifth gear. What?
Fifth gear, boy.
Fifth gear, boy. Yeah. The beauty.
He's got him a bearing.
For all those Corvette roll racers, if you know, you know.
Yeah, so this is actually a legacy of Spec V transmission. So 5 and 6 is taller than your standard STI transmission.
I was gonna ask that if there were any parts.
This one's real nice for high speed stuff. Real terrible for rally. This would be the worst transmission possible for rally. You would never even get into 6th gear.
I don't even use 6th gear, just daily driving one of these. I mean, 80 miles an hour on the interstate, I'm still in 5th on one of these.
Yeah.
6 is useless.
Tall boy.
It's for fuel economy, David.
We don't need that where we're going.
Maybe some people do.
We don't use that around here.
E85 is the anti-fuel economy, unfortunately.
Look at that.
Well, yeah, just look at that.
One of those two is safer. Just gonna say.
What?
One of those two was safer. Just gonna.
Which is safer? You not like our press tool that we made?
You're doing it. Go ahead. You're doing great, David.
The trick is, if you're pressing stuff with 20 tons of force, the closer you stand to it, the better off you are, because then it'll just go through you instead of hitting you and just really hurting. It'll just go through you and you'll die, and then you won't have to worry about it.
Just make sure your head is the first thing to get hit.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
You really want to get in there nice and close.
All right, so this is a hub. This is what selects your gears.
That's what decides which one's going to blow first.
Oh no. You know what really grinds my gears? That.
Anti-synchros. You know what's an anti-synchro? a dog box. And we like dog boxes.
Soon.
Can't afford them, but we like them.
Alright, the hole's pointed at me.
What's that? What was that company?
PPG, ZF, X Shift. Just off the top of my head.
Oh, not like we haven't been thinking about it, huh?
Wait. Okay.
It should kind of straighten, just make sure it goes in happily.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
It's all about pressing and wiggling.
The jack should be the only thing under pressure.
So if you're trying to be putty or...
Yes.
So now these...
The new nut is over here.
And that has to go up or you're going to have a bad time.
What if it goes down?
Because then when you get the whole thing reassembled and you go to put a snap ring in, it won't be there. Ask us how we know.
We actually haven't done that.
I thought we did the first one.
Did we? I don't remember.
Maybe not.
I wouldn't be surprised that I've done that at least once.
We've,
but-
we've definitely forgotten the stupid plastic oil guides more times than we would want to admit. Ooh, nice.
Which was done.
What's that?
Nothing cool.
Sorry to disappoint you, Remy.
I didn't say you weren't. You asked what was it?
What's your name?
Tony!
What's your name? Fuck you, Tony. There you go. Crooked. So don't bring my mom into it. Oh yeah. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
It's kind of scary. Alright. Here you have a main shaft. So when you do your gear shift, it's this moving back and forth. Third gear, engaged. Fourth.
Interesting.
Look, the Forester has a fourth gear now.
Yay!
Well, it doesn't yet.
Well, it will. That's what matters.
Where there's a will, there's a way. They all look good.
Yep, feel good.
Birds go in the little channels and make nests and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you get that facing the right way? This is beveled.
I thought it looked funny, but I couldn't tell which way.
Yeah, the bevel needs to be, so it goes like that. You can actually see where the nut kind of rides on it too.
Cup spring, as they call it in the turbo world.
Oh, fancy terms for it.
Mm.
I don't know. Gotta break those out.
That German stuff.
All right. Now this goes to the German spec Guten Tight.
Guten Tag.
Yeah, for this one, I probably want to use the medium size there.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Yep. All right. Now we gotta...
So how is this gonna mate with this?
Okay, so we'll show putting the transmission back together too. But this goes this way. And this is going to be your input shafts, your clutches right here. Engine here. This is the main shaft. And inside the transmission, this will be meshed like that. This is your drive side, so this is going to go out toward the rear wheels. And there's some transfer gears. And then the front diff pinions through here too, so we'll kind of show it when we put it back together. Okay. All right, so here we have a front diff. This is the front diff housing.
Why is it so big?
What?
It's big.
Well, this is an R180, so it's the bigger ring gear.
So, what comes through that hole?
So through that hole will be the input shaft, which once this plate is on this is not assembled yet, the input shaft would go through here. And then that's what connects this to the engine through the clutch. Okay, let's put this on.
What's this?
This is the vent, so it's like the breather. It's just what's the pressure out of it. So these STI ones, they have a steel plate that kind of keeps all the gear sets together. That's what kind of makes them stronger. They don't spread apart under a lot of load. When they spread apart, the gears do like that and just shear off.
So is that
5 speeds and the aluminum split case, they'll spread apart under a lot of load. That's when they kind of just wring the gears off.
so? That's what happened to Blake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep, I think we're ready.
I pulled that drain out too to make sure.
So this is the watery transmission sealer. All right. Then your plate. This will mesh in with the front diff.
It went down. Actually, grab it. Needs a little bit.
All right. And then here in a second, we get to do the tricky gear set. Jump.
Wrench goes up. Right?
Yeah.
Wrench goes up.
No. This goes the other way. Just like that. And then the bearing goes against the gear. So if you use grease, it kind of sticks on there, keeps the bearing from falling off. It's kind of the trick.
Makes sense.
These need to go in the case somehow. Those are just oil
Like
luge
guides.
tubes.
I was wondering if they were plastic or not.
Yeah, they are plastic. The older ones had metal ones. Alright, let me go get the reverse set up.
Sit like that.
It's almost like you've done this before.
Yeah. Here's reverse, so it's spring loaded. Reverse is spring loaded, you have to twist this gear. And then you can put a pin in them. Hold on. I don't see the hole for him.
One other one we did never had a hole too, remember?
Yeah, I might just have to spring load it and twist it and set it in there. It's kind of annoying, but I'll do it that way.
You get the gloves and I can set that in.
You probably want to stay on this side for this one, really.
Because you're moving.
Yeah, I want to pick this up and set it all the way around. Alright, so go ahead. Get those lined up first. Okay, those are lined up. Now we're gonna get this meshed in.
This is the hard part, that's why it's 2 people.
So this meshes into there. Hold on. Okay.
Ready?
No, hold on. Not quite. Alright, I think we're ready. Yeah, looks good. Done it a couple times now.
Looks like it's all the way down.
Yeah, it looks like it's all the way down. It looks fine.
It did slide into gear on a couple of them.
Yeah, we haven't put the detents in, so once we put those in, they'll correct that.
You can actually have it in more than 1 gear, and then that's bad. You go to put the case on.
Yeah, that the shift selector, this keeps it from being able to go into more than 1 gear. With all the these rockers, it won't allow it to go into more than 1.
So the shift selector broke, which is what messed up 4th gear.
Yeah, this is what broke. I don't know if that's what messed up 4th gear or if 4th gear shredded, but it didn't help. I'm not seeing this break and then mess up a gear.
The way that it happened on the dyno, it seemed like it didn't break the gear. It seemed like that broke, and then it caused a misalignment, and then broke it. But one way or the other, we'll never know. But one caused the other, and then they both.
Alright, so we get that 12 mil that goes through this guy. So these will be in 4. Oh no.
I noticed this one has rubber O-rings instead of copper washers
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I think it was a kind of an updated thing.
What do those do?
So those are the detents. That's what puts pressure on the shift rods, so that you get that kind of notchy feeling when you're shifting. Otherwise, it would kind of pop. You got you can't really see them anymore, but there's a spot, kind of like how this is. Let's see. So there's a spot for the ball to sit. So when you shift it, goes into that, and it kind of keeps it in gear. There's one of those on all those rods.
Oh, good catch.
See this devious thing? Look at this crazy contraption.
Yeah, so these pieces block it, so it can't be selected more than 1 gear.
Allows you to do one at a time.
And then pop it in 4th once you get it on there.
How do you even...
Hopefully this holds this in, because you got to place this and then lift the case upside down and drop it down. So as the gears spin, all that oil slops into here and runs to probably the center diff.
So that everything is lubricated.
Yes. It goes right on 180.
Wait, needle bearings. Right?
No, that wouldn't be going yet. They'll still poke through. wiggle.
Nice. Beautiful job.
It's nice.
Beautiful.
There's a chance it gets knocked out of fourth gear, so we usually check it.
I don't think it actually is in fourth right now. It did get knocked out. We have screwdriver to pull this.
So it did get knocked out again?
Yeah, it's knocked out of gear. It's still in a neutral, I believe, though, so it should be okay. A little smaller screwdriver. So you need it to stay in fourth gear so it lines the shift forks up where you want them. And it keeps this from dropping. Yeah, that should be fourth. Let's tighten these detents down. These push against that shift selector. I might need to pop this back off. This is not going in right. I think it did fall out of gear. I don't know if it's in fourth or what gear it's in, but yeah, before we get too far, let's pop it back off. You can see it here. See how this is moving up and down? This is coming in and out. So to be able to get that snap ring and that lip, you have to push on the bottom of the input shaft. You can, once I get this on, you can kind of pan to that. So this snap ring goes in, and this basically sets the depth of the input shaft. This snap ring is selective, so it's, alright. So if you get down there, you can see that I'm pushing that on the input shaft. Kind of see that. So that's pushed against the input shaft to push that up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and now that it's like that, it's fine. Because that sets the depth. So they got two screws. Screws. You got screws. Pyramid builders. Modern.
This is archaic.
Like, what am I doing?
Manual labor.
Oh, that's what impacts are for nowadays. Look at that. It smoothed out like the way I like it. That's good. I guess this case wasn't down all the way, John.
Yeah.
You look at that.
Yeah. All right, so Tim's definitely needs to shim though, because his
Yeah,
case was.
I
But
feel like it does. I feel like that might be what's causing his judder.
maybe.
Because those gear stacks could be vibrating up and down.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you doing? Okay.
Come on this side. So we got to line up this here roll pin and punch on this piece without smashing David's fingers.
That part's more of a suggestion.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to do that, but it helps. It helps David not to get angry. We don't like when David gets angry.
No. We don't like David when he's angry.
All right, and then we have a spring boy.
Springy sprong.
Oh, yeah, there's your shift action. You smash your fingers sometimes.
Beautiful.
And he's got a little snappy boy that holds in place. We're almost done. This shit's almost back together. Can't wait to break it again. I guess breaking axles is kind of my thing now.
What's that one?
So this is the output shaft.
Ah.
So in the other housing that Jordan has, there's a gear that connects here, and those are the transfer gears. So the power is coming through here, and it goes through these transfers, and then to the rear wheels. And the center diff is what's controlling the split between front and rear. It'll drive the front pinion too.
David, you sound like you know what you're talking about.
I do, yeah.
This one.
Yeah, should be a 12. It's on this right here. Ready to send. Watch this, ready? The Forester has gears now. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and reverse.
Success.
Much success.
Until next time.
All right, so you just saw us put the tail shaft on and do a nut and bolt check. Sometimes we'll paint mark them, but this is my transmission, so not going to do it. But basically, aside from zip tying the harness back up, which we'll do in the car, this one's ready to go. So this is the Forester transmission, just in case you got lost in the video because we were joking around and having fun. To recap, this is the one that we broke on the dyno. I showed you guys what I thought was the brake, which is the shifter arm. We ordered that IAG piece that's billet, it's probably 1 or 2 videos back. And then Remy got, when we had it on the shaft here, I showed you guys again. And then we broke the fourth gear drive and driven gear. That one has no teeth on it, and that one got chipped up. So really the transmission was in super good shape. As you can see from the video, it was super clean. We just had to make sure we got the metal shavings out, and then basically I just had to buy those two and the selector fork, and we put it back together. We didn't replace any of the synchros or anything. This was a customer transmission, and we would go ahead and do it all just because sometimes you might not necessarily know if something's wrong with it, but this is my transmission. I've been driving it around, and it didn't need anything else. So clicking that, and that should be it for a while, I think. So we'll move on to other projects here.
Well, what's that though?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. That's another broken 6-speed. That one is for Cadia 2.0. We have some special stuff we're doing on that transmission, so that'll be another video, but stay tuned for that one.